Hi, hello, annyeonghaseyo. Welcome to South Korea. I hope you all had a great flight. It's great to meet you in South Korea. Please allow me to introduce my name. My name is Hennessy Lacanilao, and I will be your guide for this tour at Seoul, South Korea. Let's not waste any time, shall we? Here you can see our bus waiting for us patiently. Let's get in. Please remember to line up appropriately for any inconvenience. Now, my dear guests, let me inform you about the guidelines. Please listen carefully. Firstly, it is important to wear our face mask. Face masks are still mandatory here in South Korea. And do not forget always to sanitize our hands and to avoid spreading the virus. Secondly, be mindful about your things, such as your personal belongings. Next, please be respectful and responsible. Do not touch things that you are not allowed to touch. Do not litter. And you will only leave with pictures or videos to remember these memorable moments. Last but not the least, please look for me if you are ever in need of help. Come to me if you have any questions, and look for me if you are lost. Your safety and entertainment is my duty. Our first destination is Changdeokgung Palace. Our travel time is about 50 minutes, so let us get going. We have arrived. Everybody, please get off the bus carefully. Do not push or rush to avoid any accidents. Welcome to Changdeokgung Palace. From the looks of your faces, I can see that you are excited to explore. The 5 grand places built by the Joseon dynasty. In the 50th century, around Seoul, Changdeokgung Palace was always the preferred royal residence. It's where the king and royal family live their daily lives. The palace isn't just a single building, it's a complex of buildings, and each serve a different purpose. Some are accommodations, some are libraries, dining rooms, and meeting rooms, among other uses. Be sure to spend some time in the 78 acre Huwon, or Palace Garden, located behind the palace. It's filled by the pathways, green spaces, pagodas, steams, and lakes. Did you know South Korea is a crowded country with 1,294 citizens for every square mile of land? Koreans live are heavily influenced by Confucianism, a Chinese philosophy that teaches respect and morality. That is why Koreans are very respectful and they are very talented as well. And here is another interesting fact about South Korea. Men are spoiled on Valentine's Day instead of women. So unique, right? Don't worry, ladies. South Korea has a special day for the women in the relationship too. Koreans call in White Day, which basically has the same concept of Valentine's Day, except that is celebrated for the ladies on 14 March every year. Oh, did you know you will never see a Korean restaurant that doesn't serve kimchi? It is because kimchi for Koreans is like rice for Filipinos. They love their kimchi so much that they come up with 200 documented types of kimchi to date, all with their own different flavors. Koreans don't just serve it as a side dish or banchan in South Korea. They innovated by incorporating it in burgers, pizza, and even pancakes. While we wait for our first destination, please let me tell you interesting fact about the Korea. Korea is a 750-mile-long peninsula located in the easternmost part of the Asian continent. Today, the country is split into South Korea and North Korea. but in the minds of the most of citizens, it remains a single nation that cannot be divided. South Korea has many mountains, but they are small compared with others around the world. Over millions of years, their peaks have been worn down by rain and wind. Most summits are below 3,300 feet. On South Korea's Jeju Island and along a narrow strip in the south, high humidity and rainfall give rise to tropical evergreen jungles. The peninsula is also surrounded by about 3,000 volcanic islands. Isn't that amazing? This will be a very historic journey. Do any of you like history? Well, Jeonju is the city of you. Let me remind the guidelines again. Firstly, it is important to wear your face mask because face masks are still mandatory here in South Korea. And do not forget to always sanitize your hand to avoid spreading the virus. Secondly, be mindful about your things such as your personal belongings. Next, please be respectful and responsible. Do not touch things that you have not allowed to touch. Do not litter. And you will only live with pictures or videos to remember these memorable moments. Our next destination is Yeokrasan National Park. This majestic natural wonderland in Korea's first national park. It is great for people who likes nature and amazing views. It has mountains, lakes, waterfalls, streams, and miles of hiking trails that allow you to explore them. The park is known for its natural diversity as it has over 1,500 different animal species and over 1,000 different kinds of plants. There are also 2 Buddhist temples inside the park. One, known as the Temple of 100 Pools, due to all ponds around it fed by mountain streams. Just standing enjoying the sounds of the mountain streams can make you relax in just a minute. Someone who likes nature, this is a perfect place to erase your mind stress and let go of your worries. Asa, we are at our final destination. Everyone, please get off the bus carefully. Do not push or rush to anyone to avoid any accidents. Wow! Jeonju is a very historic city. Once the spiritual capital of the Joseon dynasty. It's about 90 minutes by train from Seoul. It's home to many ancient temples and shrines along with a Hanok village. These are found throughout Korea. They are preserved neighborhoods of ancient and old homes which are also called Hanoks. Please fall in the line and follow my lead. Please remember the guidelines and let us see what life was like in ancient in Korea. Hi, welcome to Japan. Japan is located in the Northwest Pacific Ocean. It's also an island country in East Asia. Their national language is Japanese. The capital of Japan is Tokyo, and it is also the largest city. Japan is also the 11th most populous country in the world. It is also the most densely populated and urbanized. The most populous metropolitan in world is the Greater Tokyo area that has 37.4 million residents. Japan is part of the Ring of Fire that has an archipelago of 6,852 islands. There are also 5 main islands here in Japan, such as the Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, Kyushu, and Okinawa. We all know that Tokyo is the capital of Japan and also the largest city here in Japan, but they also have major cities such as the Yokohama, Osaka, Nagoya, Sapporo, Fukuoka, Kobe, and Kyoto. Japan is also prone to disasters such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and tsunami because Japan is located along the Pacific Ring of Fire. They also have active volcanoes, which are 111 are active. Japan also does the sixth longest coastline in the world, measuring at 29,751 kilometers. We all know that Japan also have a distinct culture, especially when it comes to arts, architecture, cuisines, literature, and more. Cuisines. First, let us go to their cuisines. Japanese cuisines offers a wide variety of regional specialties. They use to traditional recipes and local ingredients to maintain the authenticity of the dish. The traditional staples here in Japan are the seafoods and noodles. They also have Japanese curry that is also widely consumed. It can also be labeled as a national dish next to ramen and sushi. In Japan, they also have wagashi, or also known as the traditional Japanese sweets. They also have sake, which is a traditional beverages here in Japan. It is a brewed nice beverages and it's produced by multiple fermentation of rice. The sake mostly contains 14 to 17% alcohol. Enjoy a view of the sacred Mount Fuji located on Honshu Island. Mount Fuji is a volcano whose peak is covered with snow for most of the year. The last eruption was about 300 years ago, but it is still active. For the Japanese, Mount Fuji is one of the three sacred mountains. Each year, about 200,000 people climb to the highest peak at 3,776 meters or 12,388 feet above sea level. Mount Fuji is an inspiration to many artists, and it is found in many paintings and souvenirs. There are also special tours where guides take you to unique places with the most beautiful views of Mount Fuji. Discover Japan with bullet trains. Shinkansen bullet trains organize public transport in Japan very well. They are operated by Japan Railways and the lines connect all parts of the country. Bullet trains speed is up to 320 kilometers an hour or almost 200 miles an hour. You can discover Japan via 9 Shinkansen lines that connect the most prominent cities like Tokyo, Osaka, Nagoya, Fukuoka, and Kyoto. Tickets for bullet trains can be bought at tickets machines or offices and online. You are allowed to 2 pieces of luggage with you on the bullet train. Also, trains have space for passengers in wheelchairs as well as elevators and escalators. Trains in the Shinkansen network are safe, comfortable, and arrive on time.